Hello.
Hello.
All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 7272, State of Texas versus Lisa Pryor. Can our parties announce for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Dan Kramer for Ms. Pryor.
And are you Ms. Pryor?
Yes, I am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. I understand you're charged with tampering with a government license or seal. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Who was the name of the person you were with?
Joseph Mora.
Joseph what?
Mora, M-O-R-A. His Valentine is the middle name. He is here in Bexar County Detention Center.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
I have 3. 2 are grown and 1 is 13 living with my mother.
And Judge, what Ms. Pryor did want me to ask, and I did discuss this with the state, if you might be willing to consider probating her fine. She is currently unemployed and is seeking mental health disability with the government. I asked her if she would want you to help her with any services from probation on that score. She said that would be great, would probably actually help her with her disability request as well.
Okay. So when's the last time you had employment?
I was let go on December 2nd, 2022.
All right. From what? Doing what?
So I ran the office administrator and an HR for a lawn care company insurance.
Okay. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Probably will not pass.
All right. So what drugs have you been using?
I thought it was cocaine, but it was not.
What do you mean it was not cocaine? What was it?
Methamphetamines.
So how often are you using?
I really just did the once.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
Why are you trying cocaine / meth once and you have a child that's 13?
I really do. So I just looking for some sort of release. It was a stupid mistake. And I have a lot going on. I have a lot going on.
What is going on?
So my husband just got sentenced to TDC. So he's in TDC. He got a 6-year sentence. And he has been bench warranted to Bandera County. And they tried to hit him this morning with 25 years.
Okay, I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
They tried to hit him this morning with 25 years.
Okay.
So I just emotionally,
All right, so that's one thing. You have a husband who's going away to prison and maybe getting 25 years. What's the next issue?
This one.
That's it?
This one, she said.
This one. Yeah.
Oh, and this what's happening now?
What's happening now. And my son going to Guantanamo. I mean, that was the best thing for him at the time. I do agree. And it's still a struggle, especially since I just had him this past week because he was on fall break. It just reminded me like how much I missed him and needed to get my stuff.
So your answer to that was to use cocaine / maybe meth?
No, that was before. I mean, I did it before I got him.
No, but I mean, you said you're going to be dirty today. So when's the last time you used?
No, I said maybe because I don't know, like.
So when's the last time you used?
When did you last use it?
Last Friday, not 3 days ago, but the week before that.
And who do you stay with?
Myself, and I have a roommate right now.
Who's the roommate?
His name is John Roundtree.
How do you know John Roundtree?
When my husband was arrested, I put an ad on roommates.com. And he's lived at my house since April. I about to have my house foreclosed on, and he pulled me out of that.
All right. And what's the mental health issue?
I have major depression, severe anxiety, and PTSD.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. $500 fine that will be probated. 3 years deferred adjudication. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to ask for parenting classes. Once she completes the parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, and that includes your son. And John Roundtree cannot be the adult that's supervising.
Understood.
There's to be regular reporting, regular random UAs. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. Follow the recommendations. I want a referral to felony drug court. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until she's in a treatment program. Going to want 90 meetings, sober meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need? Oh, I'm sorry, a MIC evaluation. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court today. Here's the thing. You have a son that's hoping that their mother will get their act together. So maybe you can come to graduations and all of that. But if you have no plans on getting your act together, don't be the person who breezes in and out of their life, selling them false promises and then breaking every one of them. Because guess what? When you do that to child, then they're going to have issues. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And do not go to your mother's house acting as though your rules apply. You understand?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
She's in Dallas anyway.
Okay, awesome.
Thank
Is
you,
Child
Judge.
Protective Services involved or no?
No.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes. And all right, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, the last time we were here in court, we were discussing the fact that we still needed a DD 214
Mhm.
in regards to move forward with any type of evaluation that you requested of us for him to potentially move to California.
Mhm.
At that time, Mr. Christman told me that his uncle may have had it, his dad. There's a few family members had it, and you gave him until today to email me that hard copy of a DD 214. I've checked in with it a couple times. As of this morning, I still do not have a copy of the DD 214. And as of this morning, he also told me he does not have a copy himself.
All right, where is it?
Well, it burned up 2 years ago. So that's the only copy I had. And I was unable to get it from me and my family. But when we were last, I know that I did mention to you about getting, doing the, not through them, but through like a different, like private one. And I did find one in California and one here that specialized.
No. Here's my question. My question is, have you turned over the documents to them?
No, I said, no, man.
So-
Burned in the fire and I can't get access to it.
All right, so burned in the fire. So what you're telling me, and if I'm incorrect, just correct me. I'm not going to take it as a sign of disrespect. So what you're telling me, if somebody has been in the military and their documents are burned, it doesn't exist anymore. It's like you were never in the military. Is that what you're telling me?
No,
Once something burns to the ground, the military doesn't have anything and you can't get anything from the military.
well, there's a lot of troops out there that don't have their benefits and have had issues like this.
No. I'm talking about you specifically. So what you're telling me is, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I ask you this because I will tell you in my family, I would say out of all the male members of my family, only 2 have not been in the military. So what you're telling me is if you have documents from the military and they get burned, you're just out of luck. These documents don't exist.
Well, I never used benefits, never planned on it, and never needed it. So, to me,
Well, I will tell you
I don't know
this.
how to gain access to it either.
I have a problem with you. I'm being told that you're testing positive for alcohol. So I'm going to help you.
Well, that's why I have the drug and alcohol program here, and I found a treatment program in California, especially in alcohol.
Well, I'm going to help you out here. I'm not allowing you to transfer to California until you get me the military documents. So that will help you.
Yes.
And probation, he's going to do 90 sober meetings in 90 days. So if you wish to transfer to California, then you bring me proof that you were in the military.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yeah.
So until I have that proof, you're not being allowed to transfer.
Okay.
All right. So we'll alter and amend. Do we have a motion to revoke heard on him, Ms. Abrams? Does he need to have the motion heard?
No, Your Honor, it's not one of this file.
All right. So we're going to alter and amend. You're going to do 90 sober meetings in 90 days. And you're going to provide medical proof to probation for your use of oxygen. You understand?
Absolutely.
Probation, when do you want medical documentation of his issues?
At the end of the week, third.
All right. And who are you receiving health care through?
It's through Aetna. Aetna?
All right. Do you go to the VA or no?
No.
Have you ever been to the VA?
No.
All right. So you're going to have to provide proof of your medical issues to probation by the end of this week. So that's by October 20th. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because my concern is sometimes you have an oxygen tank, sometimes you don't. I don't know what's going on with you. So we're coming back on October 20th, and you need to have that information to probation. And your transfer to California is denied. So if you truly wish to go to California, bring me the military information. And if you do not have military information, or if you were never in the military, let the court know, and I'll consider something else.
Gotta figure out how to get hold of it.
I'm sorry?
Gotta figure out how to get hold of it.
Oh, it's easy. It's government. They will have your documents somewhere.
Just the VA records. Every document. Same place that we're talking about. Go to the VA records at IU you'll be involved.
Could you all do me a favor? Because I know you all have said you've told him where to get his records.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you write something down and
Yes,
hand
ma'am.
it to him?
And there's no record, Your Honor, of him ever serving in the military.
No, I understand that.
We'll
But
write something down.
Write something down
Yes,
for
ma'am.
him so you will have exactly where you need to go. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And we have assisted him in obtaining his records, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Yes, you wanted to approach Mr. Crispin?
Yes, ma'am. The last time I'm here, you said I could do the other programs enrolling in them, and that would satisfy, everything as well. So, and I have one step in California that's an inpatient,
Okay, here's the thing. Take California out of your mind,
and I don't know because you don't have.
because you're not going to California until I get proof that you were in the military.
Well, and what if I can't get the proof?
Then you're not going to California.
So you were saying something about the essay recovery here.
Yeah, to do an outpatient here.
No, inpatient.
Well, it doesn't allow me to work or bring any kind of income in.
No, you have to do inpatient if you want to do essay recovery here. It will be so simple for you to get your military documents.
I guess as you're making it to the simplest road, I just don't understand why last time you said it was okay to do it that way, and now you're taking it back, requiring this information.
What I don't understand is why can you not get your military records? What I don't understand is why is Veterans Treatment Court telling me that they have no proof that you were ever in the military? I don't understand this. I don't understand why you're telling me your military paperwork has burned. So therefore there's no, on this planet Earth, nobody has any military documents for you that you were ever in the military. What I'm telling you is What you're telling me is similar to if my bar card burns to the ground and I can't prove that I'm an attorney. You're telling me there is no government agency
There's
that would have proof that you were in the military.
thousands of troops that can't get their information, can't get benefits.
Right.
I
So-
personally never went to the VA. I personally never wanted benefits or anything like that. Because the way they treat the troops and everything like that, I had my own money.
Okay, so
And I
I
worked
want
hard
you to, I want you to hear me because I'm internalizing what you're saying. This is what I want you to hear me. You are not going to California until you provide me proof that you've been into the military, and you are to provide them by Friday your medical documentation that you are on oxygen.
That's fine.
And the reason why is because some days you're walking up the stairs, you have no oxygen with you.
But
Then
one
other
time
days
I ran out
you
of
don't.
oxygen.
So that's where we are.
One time, and I ran out last time because I ran out
Okay.
of oxygen.
All right.
Kingston only was so much.
So you give me that information, then the court will make a decision on whether or not you can go to California. And I will explain it to you clearly. You want to go to California, you're telling me you have all of these resources there. Or not, because you say you're in the military, but everybody else is telling me you were never in the military.
Then you're telling me that's thousands of troops that can't find their information either and get benefits.
I don't have
Right?
thousands of troops before me. I just have you.
Or is it? Yes, it's an inherent problem. And no, I haven't been
So-
looking for it.
That's where we are.
I just don't understand why you're putting a contingency on that.
Well, I mean, I've told you, I can't tell you anything else. So that's where we are.
So Judge, we omitted conditions for 90 sober support meetings in 90 days and for him to provide medical documentation for the oxygen and so forth by this coming Friday. We have a reset warrant for this Friday.
Yes,
He's coming back here to court
yes,
to provide the DD 214 and the medical documentation. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay, what would you like, just so that I'm clear
Mhm.
in regards to his in or outpatient treatment? that's
Inpatient
supposed to start here? Okay, and we want to wait until after Friday for that inpatient treatment to begin.
yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll see you Friday. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. No. Since they changed the day. Good morning. All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 10343, State of Texas versus Elisa Marie Herrera. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Lindsay Shaw for Ms. Herrera.
And are you Ms. Herrera?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Elisa Marie Herrera who's placed on community supervision in cause number 2022 CR 10343 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on December 20th, 2022 for a term of 8 years? Is that you? All right, I'm gonna need you to make sure you speak up.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
State.
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Elisa Marie Herrera, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, and April 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
It's true.
Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 8 years in prison and up to $1,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Your Honor, there's not. The state's going to recommend 4 years TDC.
And Judge, I'll first start off by saying Ms. Herrera has written a letter to Your Honor. She wanted Your Honor to read that letter. And
Any
then
objection to the court reading the letter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, just give me a moment. The letter?
So Judge, Ms. Herrera comes here today
not with excuses. She understands that it's a mistake to not have reported. But she has explanations. She'll tell the court that she has been gainfully employed for 7 months. She's a waitress at the Cameron Palado Seafood and Grill. She has a 3-month-old daughter with her husband. And she also recently learned through her husband's brother that her husband has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. And again, back to, she understands there's no excuse for why she didn't report. However, she explained to me that a month before she began this probation in September of 22, she was present in a house where 2 of her friends were murdered in front of her. I think the charges as far as what happened with whoever did that to her friends has gone unresolved. But because of that, she suffers from PTSD, and that was a reason why she struggled to report to probation, why she struggled to do what she's supposed to do. She's tried to better herself by having gainful employment. She's had a daughter, and she's just asking this court to give her another chance at some form of terms of probation that would allow her to be released from prison or from jail and do some sort of, what we're asking is for outpatient treatment with whatever kind of conditions and classes the court would want to order her to do. She's made it abundantly clear to me that she would be willing to have a GPS monitor. And she would like a chance to prove to this court that even though she's made mistakes by not reporting, she would like a second chance to get out of jail, be with her 3-month-old daughter, and be supportive of her husband. All right. So we're asking that you deny the state's motion and give her an opportunity to have some form of outpatient treatment with whatever classes the court feels is appropriate.
All right. I have some questions. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. So during this time frame where you said you were in a house and your friends were murdered,
Yes, ma'am.
was your daughter born?
No.
So you were pregnant?
Yes.
All right.
That's why I got the PTSD. It made me more crazier because we were just hanging out, and it happened right there at the Washington Courts Hotel. I was visiting my friend. His name's Robbie Jackson, and they came and knocked on his door after we were just eating, and they literally just shot him right in front of me. He died in my arms.
Why were you at that hotel?
Because I was visiting him.
And where was your husband?
My husband wasn't here at the time. He was in Washington. He's from Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
So how often were you using while you were not reporting?
I wasn't using that.
I find that hard to believe. And let me just tell you why I find that hard to believe. And I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yes, ma'am.
The whole outpatient thing, I'm not going to allow that if I continue, because I had already tried intensive outpatient treatment with you.
Yes, ma'am.
What have you done on probation that would warrant me continuing you on probation? Have you done anything?
No, ma'am.
Why
That's
not?
why I'm asking for reinstatement.
No. Why have you done nothing?
Because it messed me up so to the point where I didn't even want to come outside my house.
When did this happen?
It happened in September 29th of last year.
All right.
Before my probation.
All right.
Right before I got on it, yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you say anything to probation that you have, this issue going on? Because in this court,
yes, ma'am,
your attorney will tell you, the state will tell you. I always ask people, what is it you need? Do you need anything?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said nothing, because if you would have said something, we would have done something.
Yes, ma'am. It's because they made it seem like it was a robbery gone wrong. And to this day, they haven't found the person that had.
No, I'm talking, what does that have to do?
It just messed me up. I'm sorry.
No, but why didn't you?
I know it was.
Tell us that. I mean, we don't have crystal balls. We can't read.
No, I know. I understand.
And discover what's going on in people's life.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Any questions?
None for the state.
Probation.
Yes, John.
What are you recommending? It is Elisa Marie Herrera.
We would recommend felony drug court with SATA. You could do a felony drug court referral and then SATA 120 to 180 days, followed by the aftercare.
All right. So here are your choices.
Okay.
I think you have a drug problem. I know you have a drug problem because I wouldn't have ordered what I ordered if you did not have a drug problem. We have a 3-month-old involved. And I have to look at things globally, state. And if I were to send her to prison for 4 years, she will be out. That 3-year-old would still be in a vulnerable state because the 3-year-old would at most maybe be 2 or 3 years old. Having someone who has a drug problem who now is telling me she has mental health problems as well, looking at after the child, and being around people who would be in a situation, which I'm not blaming the complainant, but it's odd that you're at a hotel with some friends. The father of your child is from Washington. Somebody just knocks on a hotel room door and comes in and shoots, you say, 2 of your friends, but they do not shoot you.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
didn't
odd.
understand either.
No, that means that there may be something else going on that should not have been going on at the hotel. Your friends, are they from San Antonio?
Yes, ma'am. It happened right there at the Washington courts on West Commerce.
That's what I'm saying. You have 2 friends who are from San Antonio who are at a hotel. You're at a hotel with them.
Yes.
Somebody knocks on the door and they kill your 2 friends, but they do nothing with you.
How do you think I saw?
No, I mean, I want you to see where I'm going with this.
No, I don't get it either.
Here's the thing. That means that there was something going on at that hotel room, possibly, that should not be going on, because there's no way somebody's knocking at a door of a hotel room where your 2 friends who are from San Antonio are living at the hotel and you're visiting them. There's something else going on. And I'm not going to do a lot of unpacking of that situation. I could, but I'm not, because maybe there's a pending case somewhere. So I'll deny the motion. I'm finding violation of condition number 4 true. I'm going to alternate amend conditions to include a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then probation. We can try SATF. And if SATF doesn't accept her, she's going to SafeP. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So that includes your 3-month-old. You're going to need to make sure that there's somebody there who is responsible. And you're supposed to be residing with your mother.
Yes, ma'am. My mom lives right there in Athens, Texas. That's why. So I moved over here to San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah. She's to reside with her mother when she leaves here. You're going to be residing with your mother if your mother allows it.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
And if you would have been in Athens, Texas, like you were supposed to be, you probably wouldn't have been in this situation. Your mother has rules for you. You need to follow those. Do you understand?
Yes.
And we're going to order parenting classes. Ms. Abrams, is there anything else she needs? Do we need to do GPS upon release?
Yes. Okay. If she's not accepted, I will go back.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need from this court to be successful?
No.
All right. And Bashan, go ahead and do a mental health evaluation as well. All right. From here on out, you better start doing better. Otherwise, you're looking at 8 years in prison and your child will see you when they're 8. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Have a seat.